everybody. Have you ever thought to yourself, God, why? I know personally I've had that moment in my life very recently. I was, asking God why. And it was literally the next day the Lord gave me this word as to the reason why. And oh man, guys, this word, it got me so pumped and so amped in my spirit. Oh, it's so juicy, it makes you want to chug a whole thing of red juice, okay? Like, that's how good this word is. Literally, it's just, has my spirit so fired, so pumped, and I just pray and hope it blesses you as much as it blessed me when I was, in my room. He gave it to me. The word I have for you guys today is jackets. Such an exciting word. But it's true, if you really stop and think about it, we're a lot like jackets. How so? Well, like how jackets are first made in the factory and then they're put out into the stores, it's the same with us. We're first made by God and then we're put out into earth. And once the jacket is put out into the stores, it is then chosen and bought at a price. Many are called, but few are chosen. And we've all been purchased by God, bought at a very high price. Not all jackets are built the same either. Some are built for spring weather, some for winter, and some for fall. Some jackets are built to last a long time, and while others not so much. Some jackets are newer, and some have been used for ages. God has a different calling on each and every one of us, in each and every one of our lives. We're all built differently, and chosen and assigned for certain seasons. A lot of the times, you find a jacket left in the closet hanging on the hanger. Maybe you feel like God has left you hanging, doing nothing more than just sitting there, collecting dust. I'm sure we've all felt this way at times, but there is a reason as to why God has placed you there. Maybe, just maybe it's just simply not your season yet. Think about it. You're not going to wear a spring jacket in the winter, or a winter jacket in the summer. Everything has a time, a season, a purpose under heaven, and He makes everything beautiful in His time. We're all called to different things, and we're all built for certain seasons. Like jackets, some people go through harder seasons because God built them for it. He knew that they were capable to handle it. He doesn't give us more than what we can handle. And when we go through hard seasons, it's because God knows the strength that you have in you. Our strength is made perfect in weakness. Maybe God has to do a big healing work in you first, before He can use you in the season that He has for you. I've had this winter jacket for over 10 years now. It had a big hole in the arm, inside the sleeve, and parts of it were even completely ripped off. For the longest time, I didn't do anything about it. I just simply ignored the warning signs and kept wearing this jacket anyways. Over the years, the rips, the tears, they became more and more evident. And it wasn't until recently when I tested positive for COVID and had to self-isolate that I finally decided that maybe it's time to fix up this jacket. When I looked at everything that had to be done, there was more to do than I realized. It was actually while I was listening to worship music and sewing this jacket that the Lord spoke this very sermon, this very word into my heart. It took longer than I thought it would, but when I finished the job, I felt better about it. It felt good to accomplish that goal I've been longing to do, and my jacket was made new again. Whether you're new to the faith, not saved at all, or you've been at this for a long while, we all come with our own rips, tears, wounds, and scars. Maybe you've had these wounds for a while. Maybe you just came out of a season that's left you scarred. We may not understand why we go through the things that we have to go through, but know that none of it is in vain. He has a plan and a purpose in the suffering, so that we can bear fruit and be a light to others. God desires to give good things to His children. He truly does. But in order to receive those things, we first need to surrender our hurts to God and yield to His healing process. Like a seamstress poking a needle through fabric, we tend to focus on the pain that we feel when we're in the healing process. One thing we don't seem to recognize or see is that this is the place where we're closest to our Father, the Creator himself. Like the seamstress, God's desire is for you to be made whole. He wants to do a healing work in you so that you can be sent out into the new season that he has for you. He cares about you deeply. He wants to make sure that you're prepared and made whole in him before you enter into this next season. Surrender yourself to God's healing process. Yes, it will hurt, but God is with you in it the whole time. And you'll come out as a new creation in him. You'll come out stronger than you did coming into it, with a great story and testimony of how God came into your life, how he healed you, restored you, and made you whole again. You even have the scar to show it too. When you think about it, a coat isn't usually just hanging on the hanger alone. It is usually joined by a bunch of other coats, all hanging together. Just like these coats, you are not alone in the season of waiting. We need to stay within the community of fellow believers, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, for it is a pleasant thing. We also need to encourage one another, build up one another, and most importantly, be there for each other. Now is the time to stick together more than ever. We need to stand our ground, watch, pray, be present, and wait patiently, that we may be perfect and lack nothing. You never know when one season will end and a new season will begin. You never know when God will call you out and use you for his glory. So which jacket are you? Are you the jacket in waiting? Are you the jacket that has an appointment with the seamstress? Or are you the jacket that's being used in this current season? Whatever the case may be, know that the Lord is always near. His plans and purposes for your life will forever prevail. Be willing to yield to his plan, for his ways are higher. Let go of your own understanding and trust that the Master knows what he is doing. Stay in communion with God and with fellow believers. Believe him, and all will be well. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope it has blessed you, and just pray that God blesses you this day, and be blessed. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.